Good morning or afternoon. Today we're unboxing the viral Ghost Face eyeshadow palette from Glamlite along with Jason, Chucky, and Tiff, Freddy Krueger, and the Rick and Morty highlighter trio. I know I didn't get the whole set of each person or killers. It's expensive, and luckily with some Christmas money and Afterpay, I just got the eyeshadows. Here is the summary order and how much everything was. In total, it was $155.42. I didn't need any customer service, and it arrived about 4 days after I placed the order. Now, I don't know if it was because the company is in California and I'm also in California, so shipping may vary, obviously. So first off, we have Jason, and this packaging is so beautiful, and I'm absolutely keeping the box. It is a good quality box, and it looks like a VHS tape sleeve. Says dive into the lake of horror with the Friday the 13th X Glamlite Camp Crystal Lake palette filled with 15 ultra pigmented, matte, and shimmery shades inspired by the iconic summer camp that everyone fears. I also got one for my mom. The shadow palette itself has a 3D effect, which you can kind of scratch and hear if you know. Inside the palette is a mirror and a protective film for the shadows. Now, these colors are absolutely beautiful, and I'd say it matches the color scheme of Jason. Ghostface is up next, and for this package, I'm not keeping it. I wasn't a fan of it as I am for Jason. It's not a hard cardboard packaging. Like if it were to fall, it would break, versus Jason may be minimal damage. The packaging looks cute either way. It's an old school TV with a big back, if you know, you know, and a remote. Now, I do like it, don't get me wrong, but I think they could have done it a little bit better, like say add a cord phone or a cell phone, Anyway, this is the back of the packaging, what it looks like, and it says delve into the chilling essence of horror and unleash your inner ghost face. Dare to go off script and create your own spine-chilling narrative with the Ghost Face Lives 15 color palette. From creamy mattes that blend like whispered secrets in the dark, to dual chrome shimmers that glisten like the sharpest blade This cool smoky palette is a guarantee to etch an unforgettable tribute to the iconic mask that continues to enthrall audiences worldwide. The icon of Halloween has arrived. Now that I'm looking at the packaging, it says it's not intended for use in the eye area. It also says palette for face and body. So, no sé. It has a protective film as well as the colors are gorgeous. The camera doesn't do it justice, but I feel like it's not matching the color scheme of Ghostface. Next we have the Rick and Morty highlighter trio, and I've been seeing this everywhere on TikTok, like everywhere. So I've got to try it. And the colors are chef's kiss. Of course, my camera isn't doing much justice to bring its beauty, but believe me, it's so beautiful. Like to the point of putting it on and you're good, just like that. Freddy Krueger is here, and it was a damn struggle to open the packaging. Nothing fancy with it, just the usual packaging like you would at a drugstore. A 3D effect on the front and a protective film on the inside, of course. Now Freddy has 2 palettes from Glamlite. The one that I got was the Dream Master because I don't have very many red shadows. The other palette is called Freddy Krueger palette and has a bunch of greens and a bit of gold. Kind of like how his sweater is, green, red and green. I think that's what they were going for with these 2 palettes. Lastly, Chucky and Tiff Crazy on Love palette. I love the way this palette looks, the details, and the design of it. On the back of it, it says Legends Never Die in honor of celebrating the 35th year anniversary of Chucky. Chucky and Tiffany have teamed up with Glamlite to create the most killer makeup collection in history. Inspired by the Chucky X Glamlite palette is all you need to create endless to die for makeup looks. It's time for your life and play to the end. I love these colors on this palette, like I considered it to be my go-to palette. Out of all of these palettes that I've bought so far, Chucky and Ghostface would be my first ones to actually try out. I'm swatching the Ghostface palette first because Ghostface is my favorite killer. In the first row, I'm swatching Midnight Robe. And it feels very buttery / velvety, and it's a shimmer shadow, a dark gray color. I'm trying to show the camera the shimmeriness of the shadow. On my arm, it's very light. next color is a matte called Movie Night, a light gray color. Next is Sharpest Knife, and I believe this is a dual chrome shimmer between purple and bluish tint. The next matte shade is Ghostly Gray. Masked Mystery is a dark shimmer, a shimmer / shadow with specks of glitter that's black. We're starting with a matte color called Shadow's Back, almost a chocolatey color, but not quite. Mirror Gleam is a favorite of mine in this palette. It is a dual chrome color, some pinkish tones with some gold specks. Chilled Frost is a matte light brown color. Ghostface Lives is another shimmer shadow with specks of glitter that's dark gray blue. Lastly, Curfew Hour is a matte dark blue, almost navy color. Third row, Pure Ghostface is a matte mauve color, borderline leaning towards purple. Halloween Icon is a matte gray. Vengeful Spirit is a brown gold shimmer. Total Suspense is another shimmer shadow with specks of glitter, but this one reminds me of Ghostface's sparkly outfit. Vintage Mask is a matte black. I really do love this palette. I just wish they did better with the packaging and some of the colors / names of the colors. I don't know if they had restrictions on naming them, but oh well. Jason is up next, and we're starting with the first row. Jason Lives, shimmery gray with a tint of white. Next is Camp Counselor, a matte dark olive green. Axe is a shimmer that is a mix between gold and darkish green. Masked is a matte blue-gray. New Blood is a shadow with specks of glitter. And to be honest, I had a hard time taking this particular shadow off. Second row, Can't Hide is a pinkish shimmer. Next is Summer Camp, that is a more golden shimmer. Nightmare is a tealish shimmer. Camp Crystal Lake is a dark blue shimmer. Camp Blood is a matte red, which was also hard to take off. Third row, Unlucky Day is a matte mauve. Death Curse is a matte dark brown. J. Voorhees is a matte dark forest green. You're Doomed is a matte dark blue/navy. F13 is a matte black. As with all blacks, it was hard to take off. Next was the Chucky and Tiffany palette, starting with the first row. Wanna Play is a gray/whitish shimmer. Next is Good Guys, a matte gray. Time to Play is a matte that is a mix between dark gray and black. Not completely black, but mixed. Hard to explain. Chuck and Tiff Forever is a lilac shimmer. Scarier Than Ever is a matte light mauve. Second row, issue 666 is a dark purple shimmer. I Like to Be Hugged is a very deep matte purple, a dark plum, if you will. Play Pals is a burgundy purple matte, wine colored, I would say. It's Showtime is a shadow shimmer, light burgundy color. Till Death Do Us Part is a pure matte burgundy color. Third row, Your Pal Since '98 is a black gray shimmer shadow. He's Back is a shimmer shadow black with specks of red glitter. Let's Be Friends is a matte dark lilac. Charles Lee Ray is a shimmer shadow that is a rusted red. Free Hugs is a matte black. I absolutely love this palette. Can't wait to use these colors soon. There's a video soon, sometime in the video. Had trouble with getting some of the colors off. Free Hugs, Play Pals, and I Like to Be Hugged. But nothing micellar water, soap, and hot water can't do. Finally, diving into Dream Master, starting with the first row. Chest of Souls is a matte pinky red. Shows a little more pinky color. Springwood Slasher is a gray shimmer. Dream Warrior is a less shimmery red. I say less because it's still shiny like a shimmer, but not as bright, you know? Like the shininess is muted. Nancy is a dark gray shimmer. Second row, Nightmare is a pinky red shimmer. Cursed is a matte light chocolate brown. Midnight is a deep matte red, which was hard to take off as well. If I were to do the makeup with this color and leave it on for more than a couple hours, it would stain my skin, honestly. Terror is a matte red burgundy. Villain is a matte black. Last, our highlighter trimmer. Now I've had my eye on this for a while and it is gorgeous beyond belief. But my damn camera doesn't do it justice. So, starting with Anomaly, it is a sharp purple color. Borderline blinding. Staring into headlights at full power, but purple. But not to that extent, but still, you know what I mean. Next is Cosmos, which is a pinky color with a bit of gold in its shift. Lastly, Uncharted is a sharp blue color that reminds me of Fenty Beauty's Kilowatts Highlighter Chills, but more blue and less shiny, if that makes sense. I'm really happy I got this highlighter trio. Since I've gotten it, I've been using it almost every day. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but all of the palettes so far with the mirror have come with a protective film over the mirror. Side note. Overall, I will say that these killer palettes repeat some of their colors in their palettes, like with the silver shimmer as the first one. Doing the swatches, there were some colors that did not look the same in the palette on my wrist. I don't know if I didn't put much on my finger, or maybe if it was the shadow itself, or what. With the Chucky palette first, and I'm aiming for Tiffany's signature look, which is usually like a dark blacks, purple / smoky look, and a little bit of glimmer. So I'm using Power Grip by e.l.f. and Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Concealer in the shade 350. I'm also using Translucent Powder Luminescence by e.l.f. to give it a little shimmy. Using a marble-ish size of Power Grip, Using a marble-ish size of Power Grip, I'm spreading this all over my lids as well as the bridge of my nose. I'm an eyes only kind of girl, so no foundation right after I do my eyes. I just do my eyes and I go. Mostly because whenever I do a full face, to me it doesn't look right, so I only do eyes only for now. As for concealer, I'm putting a little bit on a time. Too much will make it too cakey looking, and that's not what I'm going for right now. Trust the process. I know it's looking a little bit palish, but bear with me. Also, if you see me squinting at the camera, it's because I don't have my glasses on and I'm also trying to watch YouTube at the same time while putting on my makeup. I know, multitasking at its finest. I'm using the shade I Like to Be Hugged, and I'm putting this on my outer lid to start doing the smoky-ish effect. In the beginning, it was a little bit darker than I intended it to be, but looking back at it, it wasn't that bad. With that being said, the trouble I was having was that it didn't want to be smoky. Like if I don't know if it was the brush or what, but it did not want to be blended. So I ended up using my finger and trying to blend. Later on, you'll see. I used Free Hugs for my lid. Black is hard to blend by itself in general, so another reason why I was having a hard time. I was trying to blend the black into the dark purple, but it wasn't working, and I was getting frustrated. Then I thought maybe I had too much shadow on my brush, and it kind of worked when I dusted it off a little bit. But I wasn't doing just kind of yet. Some parts of the purple was looking patchy, and I don't know if it was because I was trying to blend out the edges and accidentally took off some shadow in the process, but either way, it's not supposed to do that. The shape that I was trying to make with the shadow was like a kind of halo look, half oval, and I wasn't planning to make it a big space. Does that make sense? Just like a little out enough, but enough to notice. So finally, I had said fuck it, and I started doing the other eye. Usually the rule of thumb when doing your eyebrows is that they're two sisters, no two brows. They're sisters, no two brows are gonna look the same. I applied this rule to your eyes too, and they're not always going to come out the same. In this case, it didn't come out the same. So, you know. Anyway. Using my sponge with excess concealer, I use it on the edge of my shadow to blend it in a bit and reel back the shadow from going out so far. At the time, I felt like the shadow was going too much outward and it would look uneven. But it took away the color. The vibrancy was not there anymore, so after some back and forth with the concealer and the shadow, I just said fuck it, oh well, if it looks like shit, it looks like shit. Then I started blending with my finger and it hit my nose piercing. Freaking pain, dude. Hurt. I'm putting on lashes. Side note, if you like my lashes, I sell them on Etsy. And I'm using lash glue from Eyelure. This lash glue uses a mini spatula for the glue, and the glue lasts for 18 hours. I usually put a good amount of glue on the strip and on top of it. So when I put on the lash and push it up, it looks a little bit lifted. Does that make sense? Both of my lashes on, and I'm looking to see what else needs to be done, and I put a little bit more concealer under my eyes. I'm using the Rick and Morty highlighter trio using the shade Anomaly. It is so gorgeous. I will rant and rave about this trio forever, I swear to God. But this camera isn't doing it justice. I'm so mad. I'm putting Anomaly on my higher end of my cheekbones, and a little bit on the tip of my nose. I felt that the look needed a little bit more glam/glitter, so I put on He's Back on my lids. It's a black shadow with specks of red glitter. I used a dewy finish setting spray by NYX to finish the look, and used a fan to dry it up. And then I completely forgot about the mascara. I used Roller Lash Mini by Benefit. After putting on the mascara, I used the tweezers to squeeze my regular lashes with the strip so it looks a little bit more natural.